The truth about raw milk. Will it kill you? Could it land you in the hospital? Oh my gosh, we hear such horrible things, but are there benefits to raw milk? Okay, I'm going to make a bold statement right out of the gate. I think raw, grass-fed milk is one of the healthiest foods on the entire planet. All these people say get rid of dairy. I'm going to make another bold statement that conventional dairy, I think, is one of the sickest foods on the planet. Yep, it's true, because it's loaded with hormones, antibiotics, chemicals, toxins in a concentrated form. Oh, and then we pasteurize it, meaning we heat the milk. And by the way, that's the difference of what raw milk is. It's non-pasteurized, non-heated, and typically non-homogenized, which means they mix it up so the fat doesn't get on the top. Pasteurization is said to be the good milk. I think it denatures the milk and adds to why I believe commercial milk is one of the worst foods on the planet. No wonder so many people have allergies. No wonder when you take milk away or dairy products away from a child who already has gut problems, they feel better. Oh, and by the way, you've heard of gluten allergies because it's a protein in wheat and some other grains that cause people a lot of symptoms unknowing to them, from like brain fog, energy loss, and people go for many, many years not knowing it's the gluten. Well, guess what? There's even a longer protein, meaning a more toxic protein in dairy, and it's called beta-casein 1, and yes, worse than gluten, and it is absolutely human caused. So meaning, if milk is the way it is meant to be, the way God designed it to be, raw, grass-fed cows, I believe it's the healthiest food on the planet, at least one of them, loaded with what we as humans actually are deficient in today. I'm a person who will tell you that not many diseases today are caused by deficiencies. I believe they're caused by too much of the wrong things like toxins, but there are some true deficiencies. And guess what? Vitamin K2, vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin E, these are called the fat-soluble vitamins. I believe humans absolutely are massively deficient today. You know why? Because you get most of those things in grass-fed animals, like from raw milk. Yep, loaded. Grass-fed butter, grass-fed tallow, obviously grass-fed meat. They're loaded with these fat-soluble vitamins. And here's the other thing. The minerals that you can get from raw milk versus pasteurized milk. Okay, I want to go. I made the argument that pasteurized milk is very dangerous. In the fact that they're heating it, what happens is they're denaturing a lot of the proteins, they're denaturing the fats, and even the vitamins in it. When you pasteurize milk, you actually damage the phosphorus you need the phosphorus for to deliver the calcium into the body. So therefore, the calcium that they brag and boast about and advertise, really, you're not getting most of the benefits from it in pasteurized milk, and you're damaging these fat-soluble vitamins. Oh, and if you're drinking pasteurized milk, it really doesn't contain the fat-soluble vitamins that I'm saying we need and the minerals that we really need. However, let's flip it. The raw milk has all of the good stuff from the fat-soluble vitamins, the good fats, not denatured, and all of the grass-fed brings all these nutrients in the milk. Because of the pasteurization, you can actually utilize the calcium and other minerals, of course. But the point is this: pasteurization has been touted as saving us from all of the deadly diseases. And you see them on television, all these foolish people who drank raw milk and got poisoned, maybe to death. Okay, what are the real numbers? Well, the last 20 years from 2018, guess what? 228 hospitalizations. Oh, I promise you, every one of those made the national news for sure, because they want to scare you that raw milk will poison you. Oh, how many died? 0. Okay, why would raw milk be more susceptible to bacteria? They say, well, because bacteria could get in there from the udders, from the process. So you should know your source of raw milk. I'll make that argument all day long. But see, raw milk has bacteria, good bacteria that support our microbiome, which is really important for our health. The good bacteria that's in the milk naturally protected from the bad guys. So could raw milk be tainted? Yeah, it could. Fact is that if you're immune compromised, I would even argue maybe it could kill somebody, but obviously that's not the norm. But the point is this: pasteurized milk that somebody's drinking, it's guaranteed to cause health problems. So look at the risk-benefit reward here. Raw milk Grass-fed, one of the most healthy things, delivering the very nutrients and minerals that we need most for health. And with a small risk, mathematicians out there calculate it. Would I drink a glass of conventional milk bought at the average store? The answer is never, because I look at that as a guarantee for cellular dysfunction, guaranteed to upset my microbiome, guaranteed offering my body hormones, pesticides, poisons, everything that I could possibly think of that's bad for humans in a concentrate of milk because it's stored in the fat. No way am I giving that to my children. No way am I putting that in my body. But the opposite is true. I believe raw milk is in fact one of the healthiest things we can do to absolutely restore our good gut flora, restore our immune systems. People that are working out, in the old days, they said milk was the best recovery food. You know why? There's something also in it called immunoglobulins that help our hormones. So it's hormone positive. It hormone optimizes. If you want to recover from a hard workout, I believe a glass of whole, absolutely not 2%. Please, you're taking out the fat, which is one of the best parts about the milk, and it carries the fat-soluble vitamins. Whole, raw milk, grass-fed, absolutely is going to be the best recovery tool. I drank mine today, as a matter of fact, and I have a good local farm that their cows are out there eating 100% grass-fed, and I'm getting all those good fat-soluble vitamins, minerals, proteins, immunoglobulins, everything that helps my immune system, downregulates inflammation. And by the way, I buy my cheese the same way. I buy my yogurt the same way. I'm looking for the raw when you can. Look, sometimes it's hard to find, so I always say at least eat the 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. So that is rule number one. Raw, organic, grass-fed, that's the best of the best. I'll throw one more caveat in there because this is getting popular. So one of the reasons why that protein that I compared to gluten, it's called beta-casein 1, well, is so damaging because guess what we did as foolish people? We bred cows, just like we changed wheat, and it started forming a gluten that our bodies couldn't recognize. We changed cows. We bred them to produce more milk, and it produced a protein called beta-casein A1 as opposed to beta-casein A2. So now you can actually get A2. So if you're someone out there saying, I would love to partake in that, Dr. Pompa, but I am reacting, like you said, to the casein like I react to gluten, well, you can choose the A2 milk and you won't react. That's awesome news because we're starting to be able to get it in more and more stores. So if you're allergic, try cheese or milk and you won't have the allergy. But today, it's easy to get A2. Okay, there's the truth about dairy. There's what to buy. There's what to do. And again, I believe if you want to transform your health, reach for 100% grass-fed, grass-finished, raw dairy, the top health food right there.